Oh, hello. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Listening to some philosophy, watching the Nuggets piss me off because that's what they do. They cannot stop themselves. This might be the most frustrating team to watch play basketball. Now, I say that because I watch them a lot. I'm quite sure Washington Wizards fans feel 10 times worse than me. And that's fine. Everybody has their own perspective. Mine is, and a good question to ask, is the Nuggets are deadlocked with the Philadelphia, the Joel Embiidless. What's the guy with two first names? Paul Georgeless. TYRESE Maxey and Adebule 76ers. This team could be deadlocked with anyone. And you know where it begins? Defensively. Oren Lamena, 5 to go. You, me. I had to come on here earlier because I love talking to you knuckleheads. And I don't know if Maxey is overrated. I don't know if you watch a lot of basketball, but he's pretty good. To say he's the most overrated player in basketball with a Jordan Poole in the game, I don't know. Anyway, I have a question for you guys. At what point in time does I guess it's like a which came first, chicken or the egg kind of conversation, because I've noticed something with Joker over this losing this 3-game skid. I've noticed something, and I mean, he's definitely, Adebule is, I can't say exposing him, he's just trying harder. Our best player is succumbing to what seems to be a team symptom. Or a team attribute. This is a team that just does not take effort seriously. I think, to Daniel Miller, who's always calling for his head, I think it might be time to fire Mike Malone. Not because I think he's a bad coach, but because I just don't know what's going to shake these guys into actually playing the game properly. The Philadelphia 76ers average 108 points a game. They are the 44th ranked team in the NBA in scoring. The Nuggets find themselves down 2 points, 105 to 107 to that team. Okay, 108. It's 108, 109 now. I'm going between. They're down 108, 109 to the Philadelphia 76ers, who are number one now, 1 point over their season average points per game, PPG. A team that has managed a full 10, 15 points off the bench. And that 15 points off the bench, mind you, came very recent. Very recent. Nuggets have 5 guys in double figures. Joker is hovering around a triple-double, although where he's been getting beat is on the glass by Gershon Yabusele. This is one of the most frustrating teams to watch play basketball. Fission's in the house. What's going on, my man? Oops, hold on. Fission's in the house. Let's just get the hood in here. Finkelstein, welcome to the party, pal. These refs have been horrible. 0 correct calls. I haven't seen that. What I've seen is I've seen turnovers galore from the Nuggets, that's just par for the course, isn't it? That's what they do. 15 turnovers. That's just what they do. What would you attribute a turnover to? Unprofessionalism, not valuing possessions, not valuing the basketball. This is a team who, under these auspices, could lose to anyone in the league. Now the Nuggets up 110, 109. This game is going to play out the way it's going to play out. I'm not here to doom and gloom anymore. I'm falling in those, what are those, the stages of grief? I'm falling into the acceptance stage. This is just a team that just doesn't give a shit. Less chubby up. Dad Solo's in the building. Finkelstein is with me. The fucking turnovers kill me. They kill me too, brother. They kill me too. And it's so Denver Nugget 2025 to just completely just throw the ball over, just do, to not value possessions. That's just how they play. I thought Reggie Jackson was traded to Charlotte. Right. It's a good point. All the time. First 30 seconds of the game, Murray piss poor, pass to Joe. Yeah. Listen, they're extending it out. I feel like skunk in the building. I feel like this is a game that they'll win at the end of the day. I wouldn't attribute it to them. I would attribute it to Philly just being so undermanned. There's no reason in the world this game should be close. Yes, they put their pants on like we put our pants on. They're professionals, but Philly comes into this game really boasting two players. Until 11 minutes, the 10-minute mark, they had scored 5 bench points. And then they give up this flurry to Ricky Council, and Reggie Jackson scores 2, and Kyle Lowry drops in a 3. And then all of a sudden you're like, damn, that got close quicker. And so if you're Mike Malone, what do you do? What do you do? At least we can watch the Avs dismantle the Blues. This team is giving me the Blues. 3-0 already. I'm loving it. Uh-oh. I need to put the Avs game on then. They're up 3-0 already? Nice. So, yeah, do we give Murray credit yet for his last 10 games or not yet? Fishing. You're fishing for controversy, aren't you? Listen, Jamal Murray, 12 of 21, 0 for 4 from 3, 5 of 5. He's hit all of his free throws, and he's distributed the basketball. 8 assists. He's played great tonight. That's as much as you'll get from me. And I'll tell you why. Because Jamal's style of play, Jamal and Aaron, I believe their style of play is indicative. RJ's in the building. His style of play, there's just a lackadaisical style of play there. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's permeated throughout the squad. But he's played great. He has played great. Another one? It's 4-0 already? I need a goal horn. That's as close as I got to a goal horn. Or this. That's as close as I've got to a goal horn. I need to put one on here. Nuggets up 112 to 109. Let's check the Avs scoreboard. Scoreboard. Boar scored. Oh, what the hell? The hell is that? Jamal Murray. Doris Burke had pointed out something early in the game. I don't know how you guys feel about Doris. She had pointed out the Nuggets' biggest issue was effort. And it's borne itself out, but guess what? Currently, they are toying with a 1-point lead, up 112-111. So let's see what they do with it. As far as your Colorado Avalanche goes, 4-0 already in the first over the Blues. Over the Blues. Giving them boys the blues. Kelly Oubre, TYRESE MAXEY, Yabusele, Craig Council's black brother, Robbie Council IV. This team could play it close. This team could play it close with Horizon High School. Horizon High School, no offense to Horizon, could play the Nuggets to within, I don't know, a bucket. It's just how they approach the game. Jamal Murray, airball. 115, 111. Nuggets. Not to be confused with Stuttgart. What have been your observations over the course of this game? The goalie's on the struggle bus. Yeah, you give up 4 goals in the first frame. That's like more like a struggle SUV. You don't get the whole bus. Daniel Flores, man of few words, not good. I love it. Ray Montez in the house. What up, Ray? Welcome to the party, pal. Every time I see somebody new in here, we got to give it. What high school did I go to? I went to Montbello High School, 1991 graduate. DPS representative. That's why my math goes the way they go. CB dribbles too much. CB dribbles too much, and he has one goal. He's a very one-track-minded goal point scorer. Although he's done his work from outside. He's done his work from outside in. But whenever it's in the open court, he's heading straight for the front of the rim, which is struggle Prius. Very good. Very, very good. Philip Bailey did not go to Montbello. Philip Bailey went. Why do I feel like Philip went to East High School? Damn, you look great for your age. Thank you. My cousin, class of 91, he's old as shit. All right, Finkel. Finkel and Einhorn. Finkel. You're talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire's Philip Bailey, correct? Yes, I believe he went to East High School, as did the other 2 players in that band. Where's Andrew Tate? And don't be dissing my school. Oh, Fishing went to Horizon. I'm not dissing your school. I'm not dissing. There's no diss. There's no diss. There's no dat. I bet Murray overs everything tonight. When I saw a photo of him walking into the arena, I know he had the whole Dr. J on, right? Feeling real good about himself. Feeling real Julius Irving about himself. Does it piss you off when the Nuggets don't have a dominant performance against a team, or are you just kind of like a get the win guy? Because I think that there is a reason to just be a get the win guy. Is it time for ESPN to fire Kendrick? What's basketball Perkins? Fire, I would hope that they would, but I don't ever want anyone to lose their job per se. But I can't stand Kendrick Perkins. I can't stand Kendrick Perkins. Let's look at some numbers, shall we? Let's look at some numbers, shall we? Shall we? Yes, gentlemen. Yes, yes. Yes, we shall. And we'll keep a close eye on the Avs as they're breaking out, which is very good offensively. They've had their struggles defensively. I'll see if I can get my Cuzzo in here. I know he told me he'd be open to it. 2011, John F. Kennedy, DPS in the building. Hell yeah, Daniel. JFK, baby. I loved y'all's school. I used to play baseball. I mean, I used to love playing baseball at y'all's school, at y'all's fields. I don't know why I like JFK's. That south north Denver field. I love y'all down there. Had great time. My homeboy Omega Salez used to live in that neighborhood down there. And so me and Omega met when we were going to Mesa State together. Well, he didn't even go to Mesa State. My roommate at the time did, and he was my roommate's buddy. And then we would come back to Denver and party with Omega, and it was down there by JFK. And I would always be driving around and be like, oh yeah, Kennedy's over here. And then we go party and get hella drunk. South High School in the building. Okay, Daniel. I'll fuck with South. Calais Campbell, you guys got one in the league. He's been playing for a while. Got himself a Super Bowl. Malone will get fired before Booth. I think you're right. I think that is the. I think that's the fairest. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Can you drop a DJ Clue B for the chat? One time for the chat. Drop a bomb for the chat. I can't say the whole word because North Korea YouTube will censor. I got you, minimalist. I got you. North High School in the building. Oh, we got a bunch of DPS representatives in here. You know DPS. We ain't gonna go nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Fishing, you're all by yourself. Horizon High School's very own fishing, but we love fishing just the same. Black don't crack, my guy. That's how we roll. Yes, sir. Nuggets up 122 to 117. 122 to 121. If you're looking at the thing, I got my TV going and I got stream going over here, and it's a couple seconds behind. God, this team could give up fucking anything to anybody. Now the Nuggets have been shaved. That point's been shaved. I mean, that lead's been shaved to 122 to 121. Again, I'm going to ask the question: does it upset you that this team can't seem to dominate in areas where it's just like, God, this should not be like this? Or are we just looking for the dub? We're just looking for the dub. Is that it? Is that all that matters? Just get the dub. It doesn't matter how it looks when you're getting it. I'm pissed. I ain't gonna hold you, man. It's very disconcerting to watch this team struggle with a squad that basically has TYRESE MAXEY. Basically, I don't want to take anything away from Yabusele. I don't want to take anything away from Justin Edwards or Kelly Oubre, but at the end of the day, it's like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? You know, when you're watching a young Houston Rockets team that just, there's energy and there's fire and there's competitive fire there. That game between Houston and Memphis last night, when you're seeing, you know, what's happening with Oklahoma City, it's just, and then you watch this team play. It's watching them play. It's watching them play that pisses me off, because there's just a lack of professionalism. And it's the only thing I can attribute it to. It's just a team that they play the game like, oh, no, we got this. And it's like, you don't got this. They were 11.5 point favorites tonight. It's a joke, Orb. That's me, Orb. I know fishing. I know. F-O-R-E-N. Hey, all right. Avs up 4-0. Why? Because they make moves. They're not scared to shake things up. Nuggets would have kept the same goalie all year. Agreed. There's definitely a different energy that the Avs seem to be playing with. Now the Nuggets find themselves down 123 to 122 to it's okay, buddy. That's all right. Find themselves down 123 to 122 to the Philadelphia 76ers with just under 3 minutes to play. So we'll see how this goes. But I'll tell you this right now. You lose this game, and I think a 4-game skid, you know what I mean? I think it might be time to go full Daniel Miller. You lose this game to this team, it might be time to this isn't a back-to-back, mind you. They're not coming in on with no rest. I think this might be fire the head coach time. I think this might be they got their head coach fired time. They've just played this game as good as Jamal Murray's been. You've just seen this swagger that's just undeserved. When I say an undeserved swagger, you are coming in on a 3-game road skid. You've played like crap over the course of those 3 games. And your approach to tonight's game has been basically, oh, who we got? TYRESE MAXEY, we'll get them. That's how they look like they've played this game. You've given up 123 points to a team, 30 points in every quarter, to a team that averages 108 points a game. What does that tell you about the Nuggets' effort? A team that averages 108 a game and only has TYRESE MAXEY. To this point, you've given 37 up to Maxey, 28 up to Gershon Yabusele, who has maybe not outplayed Joker. No, hold on. He's outplayed Joker. He's outplayed him. Now, I'm not just saying points, because you're going to say, oh, he scored more points, so he's outplayed him. I'm saying that you just watch it. He's been a mismatch for Joker. Get him on skates, get him away from the basket. And I know it's not a good matchup for Joker, because Joker's not going to be that guy to pull away from the basket and watch him move his feet and be a defensive wizard. Nuggets down 3, 128-25. This might be a fire Mike Malone game. And I don't even think he deserves to lose his job. I just don't know what else you do. You can't make any trades that make any sense. This team does not put forward championship effort. And I'll just tell you that I'll go to the numbers. The Philadelphia 76ers average 108 points a game. You are down 128-127 to a team that is 30, they're somewhere toward the bottom, 28th in the league in scoring, points per game average. What does that tell you about the Nuggets? You also have amassed 19, damn near 20 turnovers. By the way, everybody in the chat, this dude's got tip dry. Let's show him some love. Oh, I got a tip dry. Oh, man, come on, Finkelstein. I'll fuck with you, bro. Jar, I got you. I was right there with you. As Sir Charles Barkley says, they all get paid to play professional basketball. I know he does say it just like that. These guys all get paid to play professional basketball. Is Embiid's career done? Joe Mito's in the house. I don't know, man. I don't think it'll go. I mean, he'll play the game, but health is wealth. And in this instance, he just can't stay healthy. Nuggets up 130 to 128. So they've taken the lead back. It's just been hard. And even if they get the win, you can't give up 130 points to the 76ers. I mean, just without Joel Embiid, without Paul George, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? Can't believe how good our power play is now. Says Mel. Mel's in the house. What's up, Mel? Welcome to the party, pal. Not bad, meaning bad, but bad, meaning good. I can't see the Nuggets turning it up in postseason. No, they will not, Ray. I think that is the instrument. I think that is the most illustrative point. It's like you get frustrated at this because you have to project this into the postseason. This up and down streaky thing they have going is just what they are. Second round is the best that they'll do. If that, I could see this team first round exit. After this game, I could see this team as a first round exit. I thought the Nuggets would win today. Me too, Finkel. I thought it would be one where this is the one where you get right? This game is not over. Nostradamus, quit talking to talking about my wallet. Power play has been terrible. Well, they're better tonight, right? This game proves Mike Malone has lost the fan base and the players. Well, he lost you a long time ago. Thank you, Finkelstein, for the $10, by the way. My bad about the outburst. I got money on the line. I feel you, brother. I feel you, man. By the way, okay, read that one already. Feel free to tip your bartender. I'll be here all night. Do you have a Sandy Clough in you, Oren? The Dan Tanner is off the. Do I have a? That guy's an idiot. This is my Sandy Clough. That guy's an idiot. That guy's an idiot. That's my Sandy Clough. It needs work. Embiid, 489 games played and 403 missed now, I believe. Yeah, it's durability. You're only as good as you're available. Availability is your only attribute that matters. Nuggets up 133 to 131 with 34 seconds left to go in the fourth. So let's see what they do with this. This is fucking ridiculous, man. This team is, I mean, Joker hits a big three, and then you come down on the other end and you get a foul like that. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Mel's a hockey man. Let's see. Very good question regarding Embiid. I think he doesn't even know. Yeah, I think with Joel, it's really an issue of it's really Dan Tanner isn't a legit Nuggets fan. He's doing his job. He's a professional. That guy's an idiot. I'm trying to work on my Sandy Clough. If I hear Sandy, I have a much better Sandy Clough. If I heard his voice, I would nail it. RJ, the power play has been so much better since the trade. Mike Malone getting fired would scare D-Mac and Dan Tanner. That's not really an impression of Dan Tanner. That's just how I like to say his name. I like to say in the paint with Dan Tanner. I sort of miss Sandy Clough retiring because he would be ripping the Nuggets all season. Yeah, did he retire back there? I haven't really been along for the ride because I've been out here for the last year. When did Sandy just yell shut up? Yeah, exactly. Shut up. All right. That's exactly. Oh man, I'm glad we were all in on the same joke. 135, 132. The Nuggets are up with 12.7 left in the fourth. Looks like they'll dare I say they'll inch this one out. Does this go to an extra frame? Fucking hell. It was funny as fuck when they brought Sandy back to do post games and we were sucking and he literally said on air, I came out of retirement. That's beautiful. That is classic Clough, man. Classic Clough. Oh, he was fired from the Fan, went over to Mile High Sports, and now haven't heard from him since. Yeah, Sandy is a staple. He was a staple. And I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you a story. Sandy was the reason why I couldn't. Sandy was the reason why there was no room. Sandy and Mike Evans are the reason why there's no room for guys like me. They're just lifers. You know what I mean? And I was the new guy in the group, and I get it. You know what I mean? I didn't play professional sports, so I'm definitely not going to get the automatic nod. No offense to anybody involved. And Sandy was, I thought he was going to die on a microphone. Did you work on radio before? I did, Rajiv. Rajiv, welcome to the party, pal. I worked with DMAC. I started with the Fan before DMAC and I were paired together on the weekend. I used to host a show called The Weekender. And yeah, they took a flyer on me. They took a shot on a kid out of Marbella who had been in the Smack Off a couple of times. Jim Rome Smack Off. They took a flyer on me. I'll always be grateful to them for that. And I extended that into a 7-year career on there. It was fun, man. I had a great time. I love, you know what I mean? I love Denver sports fans because a knowledgeable fan base, a fiery fan base, I think a little delusional where the Broncos are concerned, but there's nothing wrong with that. What fan base isn't delusional for their football squad? And very knowledgeable fan base. I just love y'all. I love my hometown. I love sports fans there. You know what I mean? Just a nice mixture. It's like if Philadelphia had a personality. I'm waiting on Kyle Reese to get canned so he can jump on this channel. Dude is good radio. I haven't heard Kyle Reese. I'll have to come back. Put me on something that I can check him out for. Better than the Fan deserves. The Fan is, let me tell you something, guys. I believe they call it nothing ventured, nothing gained. The Fan should be a blowtorch. Just no competition whatsoever. Should have been. No competition whatsoever in the market. And when you don't value what you got, you know, Craig Carton used to be on the Fan. I used to be on the Fan. Obviously, DMAC on the Fan. They've had some great talent come through there. And it's just never been something that it felt like was valued. It was just a real shame to watch and hear, from what I hear, what it's become. And I feel okay. I feel okay talking about that from this standpoint because I don't think anybody hears it. The only thing I know about you is your Malwolf gig. Yeah, Rajiv. Yes, sir. I am a jack of all trades. Jack of all trades. Love working with Meow Wolf. If you guys get a chance to go to Meow Wolf, How to Survive the Multiverse, when you find our installation, check it out. I had no idea you worked in your broadcast industry. Yep, I did. Sandy had a bit on the radio called Plain White Paper, and he did a Jay-Z karaoke song. Plain White Rapper, excuse me. And he rapped like I'm a franchise, like he's doing. I love Sandy, man. Sandy was tight. What year was I in the Smack Off? I was in the Smack Off. I was in 2011 Smack Off. I was in 2000 and 6, 5, 6 back-to-back, I want to say. And I placed highest I placed was 7th, and that was 2006. I want to say it was 2006. Fairly sure it was 2006. My fave ORN radio was sports and records. Oh man, these are my passions, and I love to mix the two. I got a ton of music in the can, and as we keep going forward, I'm going to keep pressing that line. Nuggets get the win. So there we go, Nuggets fan. That's good. 137-134. Are you happy? Stink was on the fan. Stink was on the fan. Fan was still Will Peterson. That says it all. Right. Oh, you guys, this game took something out of me. Andrew Mason on the fan. Love Andrew Mason. From his time with the Broncos, love Mason. Mason's a good dude, too. God awful listen to, just bullshit, contrarian nonsense just to do it. Yeah. Let's see. ORN radio is the fucking best. Damn it, Finkelstein. God damn it. Thank you. You guys, I really do. I fuck with my hood. All right, let's talk about this game, you guys. Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker. Let's talk about this game. Andy G's in the house. Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker. What, if anything, did you walk away from this game having learned? They damn near got their coach fired tonight. There's no point in talking about ifs. There's, what ifs, what if I had a fifth right now? I'd be on the air with you guys until fucking, if I still drank, I'd be on the air with you guys until fucking 3 a.m. But we don't. They got the win, 137-134. They stopped their 3-game road skid. Let's look at some numbers, but then let's just talk about what we saw. I really want to know how you feel about what you saw tonight. I'm going to start with the team numbers. Nuggets shoot 52% from 3, 65% from the field. I think they had a great offensive game, with the exception of the 19 turnovers, 39 assists, 35 rebounds. If you go into the individual numbers, Joker falls short of a triple-double. He was getting that work given to him by Yabusele. 11 for Aaron Gordon, 24 for Michael Porter Jr. Good night for Michael Porter Jr. He worked at other scoring in other ways, and I always like to see that. I always like to see Michael Porter Jr. expand his game. 10 of 14, an efficient 10 of 14, scores 24. Joker, 11 of 16, very efficient. 13 assists, 9 rebounds, 28 points. Nice double-double for Joker. Why am I stuttering? Russell Westbrook had a very measured game. I liked how he approached tonight. He didn't take a shot until late in the third quarter. Well, it was early in the third quarter that he scored his first bucket when he got that layup, and he took his second shot somewhere late in the third quarter. But he was really focused on playing defense, turning the ball over 6 times. Jesus, between him and Joker, 12 turnovers between him and Joker, 6 apiece. That's that thing that I'm talking about. And that's just trying to get other guys involved. But it led directly to a lot of points for the Sixers. 31 for Jamal Murray, 7 of 7 from the line. Jamal Murray played a great game. 0 of 4 from three-point land, but I don't give a shit about that. He had 11 assists tonight. That's saying a lot about Jamal Murray. He had 11 dimes tonight. So a double-double for him and Joker both. And then you round it out. Christian Braun looked good coming off the bench, too. I was worried about that. I was worried about what coming off the bench would do to him. He was 3 of 5 from 3, 6 of 10 from the field, shot a really efficient percentage. But most importantly, he didn't seem like he had trouble getting started, which is what I was worried about with him. It was like, how's that going to work? Can he get himself started off the bench? The way that Malone approached, I think, the stagger was good because it allowed him to still play with some starters. Obviously, that's never going to be the case when he just comes in leading another fresh 5. And Julian Strawther, 6 of 7, 4 of 5 from 3, 18 points. He also had a bounce back game. The problem that I had with this game tonight is that, quite honestly, they gave up 30-plus points every quarter to the Philadelphia 76ers, who, once again, are damn near the basement per game scoring in the NBA. This is just unacceptable. Philadelphia averages 108 points a game. And quite honestly, yes, you got the win, but this will be this team's undoing. That is effort. That's professionalism. Period. While you guys got the conversation going, let's look in on the Avs. Fuck it. Let me change the channel. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Avs currently still up 4-0 in the second period. So I'll just keep an eye over on that. That's a good bounce back, right, Avs fan? 22 shots on goal, having only given up 6. That's special. Very aggressive. You hockey aficionados, school me. Why do you think the power play has been better? Was Mikko that much of a hindrance on the way this team was playing? I don't understand. How did they get that much better offensively with the loss of Mikko, or is it what they brought back? Explain to me who the guys are that they brought back. Keeping it Nuggets though. Nuggets win another game against another bad team. There's that. Murray was mid at best on defense. There's that. Whole team was lazy as fuck on D. There's that. 11 assists, which means no assists next game. The Murray roller coaster begins. Andon and I are kind of cut from the same cloth. And Finkelstein's is a good call. I personally just cannot trust Jamal Murray. That's where I'm going to leave it. What are your thoughts on a new franchise coming to Denver? What new franchise would come to Denver? Is there speculation? Is there something that I don't know? Can't keep playing down to shitty teams. Here's why that's instrumental, Skunk Life. Not only can you not afford to keep playing down to shitty teams, give me the good wins against good teams that the Nuggets have had this season. Give me the signature wins against the upper echelon teams that you've seen from this team this season. I submit to you that they're not there. I want to say this team's last good win. Let's look at it. This team's last good win, like quality win. Look at the schedule. This team's last quality win when they face off against a team that's in that upper echelon that we all figure is going to be there in the end. And I guess you'd say Dallas, but Dallas hasn't been healthy. There was no Luka in either of those Dallas games. You lost to Boston. You got your doors blown by New York. Lost to Cleveland. You want to count that Phoenix win back on December 23rd? I mean, this is a pretty easy assessment. You've lost both games that you've played against Cleveland. Was Luka there for this game? They lost this game to, I think Luka was played the November loss. Like, give me this team's signature wins. And you say, oh, it's just the regular season. It's just the regular season. It doesn't matter. I say you're wrong. Listen, at a certain point in time, if you can't show me during the regular season that you can ball with the best, I have no reason to believe that you're not going to waste our time once the postseason. Once the postseason. Fuck you, fishing. How come you don't say that to Andon? Oh, because Andon didn't make the New Year's resolution. I've lasted. I'm not ragging. I'm ragging on the whole team right now, Andon. I mean, fishing. Fuck off, dude. Women's professional soccer is coming to Denver starting in 2026. Okay. Love the ladies. I have 3 daughters. Love the ladies. I don't even give a damn about MLS. So you know that I don't give a fuck that I don't give a fuck. It's tough. MPJ, Jamal, and Jokic, excuse me, all not great at defense. The team gets in bad defensive streaks, becoming a norm. Great point. What I saw in this game too is maybe it's starting to wear off on Joker. usually your best player elevates the guys around him, and I think all season Joker has been doing that in certain ways. And it just seemed like in this game in particular, the way that he was getting just outplayed in many regard by a smaller but more active player just spoke to, I think, effort problems that we haven't seen from Joker. Joker's never going to be a defensive player of the year. He's never going to make first or second team all defense in the NBA. He's definitely gives better effort than what we've been seeing. He's got a couple of Olays, not running out, just lack of effort. And I'm starting to wonder, is this the whole conserve energy? We're just trying to, you make a couple of late postseason runs. Yeah, they made one to the finals. Let's be honest. This isn't a team that's played in back-to-back or 3 out of 4 or 4 out of the last 6 NBA finals. You made one long run. Like, fuck out of here. You're tired. And that goes to the whole team. Best part is 70% of the NBA is bad teams. So they could win a couple rounds. Yeah, that's a fair point, minimalist. Soccer's an 80-minute jog with occasional scoring and money take right there, Skunk Life. Money take right there. So winning on the road isn't enough anymore. Just wondering. Oh God, fishing is our resident contrarian. When we all just want to be red asses, fishing's here to give us the sunny side up. And who is this? B Cooks. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm a nice worker. Y'all welcome B Cooks to the building. I haven't seen B Cooks in here. Strother looks like he needs 3 years on a bad team to develop. Way too raw on both ends to be a playoff guy right now. Yeah, he's definitely not going to be a guy that you can trust on the defensive end. And that's the last thing that you need is more guys that just don't understand the importance of taking the challenge on of just playing stout defense. Avs 24 shots on goal already with more than 15 minutes left in the second period. That's pretty good, right? Are the Nuggets fans ready to turn on Malone, or does it just scare you to do that? Is the chat still triggered by Malone firing? Daniel, you're not that triggering, bro. It's just redundant, bro. It's not that triggering, bro. Joker better than me. I'd have long said, fuck these guys half-assing it when I'm busting my ass night in and night out. That's my question. Is it starting to wear off? Is it starting to, your best player is starting to show these signs? Like if none of it, so we're not caring? Okay. If not caring is what we're doing, okay, I'm with it. Strother, oh wait, got that one in already. B Cooks, welcome to the building. Booth strategy is fuck the team. Yes, agreed. They have no room to move left or right when it comes to making moves, which is hilarity since we will be the one to fire Malone for not winning and the bullshit Booth is giving him. I agree. I think it's going to be unfortunate that Mike Malone seems to be the only move that could be made this season that will make any sense. And I'm telling you, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. If they'd have lost this game tonight, that's a fireable offense. I'm happy they won. Gosh, but there is not consistent hard playing. If they lost this game and left it all the fuck out there, no problems. But they play good when they want to, not because it's a habit. Exactly the point. You just see it. You just see it you just see it in the approach. Sure glad I didn't watch. Conga's in the house. Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker. Let's see. Worst team record wise, I can recall who won a chip in the modern game were the Rockets with around 48 wins, 6 seed with Hakeem, young big shot Bob, Sam Cassell. And that team, Vernon Maxwell, that team had borderline Hall of Famers all over there. Kenny Smith, you know what I mean? Obviously Dream. Like, you got to be, to come out of that 6, 7, 8 seed area, especially now with the play-in, you got to be a serious defensive ball club. And you got to have, I can't stress that enough. Because how did you get to the 6th seed? You probably struggled over the season stopping your opposition. I don't know if that is that pretty basic knowledge. And this just doesn't seem like a serious ball club. They seem like a team that they're playing. They approach the game like they're trying to reserve their energy. Like, watch them. Just the eye test. Just the eye test. They don't pass the effort eye test. You can tell it through a couple of things. Turnovers. Turnovers are, to me, they are indicative of effort because you have to be trying to make the right play, right? You have to be taking the possession seriously. And it's also a defensive thing. Orrin, are you starting to feel bad for Bronny yet? Not really. Duke could have stayed in college and been marketing NIL beast. Not sure how smart Rich Paul is and LeBron are. Oh, yes. From that regard, I think it's sad that Bronny is his dad's PR stunt. Bronny is taking way too much heat, and I know he doesn't mind it. I think he seems like a kid who's like he can handle it. He's taking way too much heat to be that young simply because his dad wanted to say, "I did the Ken Griffey Jr. senior thing, and my son and I played together." And we shouldn't be talking about Bronny at all on the NBA level. He's obviously not an NBA ball player. Obviously, everything that he's doing now, he doesn't need to be doing in the D League. He should have been doing in college. And had he stayed, you see that Gilbert Arenas' kid just committed to USC. He would have had a chance, I think, to make a run into the postseason and get that, that lore. Like, I think the one thing that is forgotten about with college basketball is that's where championship habits are built. That's where the habits of being a champion, of being a professional are built on the college level, because you have to listen to a coach tell you things to do that maybe you don't feel like doing, but hell, it's college. What the fuck else are you going to do? That easy out into the NBA has created a league that is full of non-professional, professional basketball players. And that's what we're watching. That's why I think NBA basketball looks the way that it looks. And also with ratings are down because people don't watch traditional TV anymore. So all this Adam Silver trying to shave points and shave the game, you guys aren't going to get the TV money. You're just going to be pouring money down a hole TV wise, because guys like me are definitely not watching the broadcast. Cable's been cut. Kenny Smith is funny. Shaq took his shoes off on air and Kenny said his feet look like eagles. I love that. I love that show. I'm glad that it won't be over. You do what you do. They moved it along, but it's the best thing about basketball is inside and this show, we are the best thing about basketball. And then that's a close second. Nugs have to lead the NBA in turnovers without question. So frustrating. It's been an issue. Oh, PCL 360 Media. Get in here. Welcome to the party, pal. Great point too. It's in the lane where you see a lot of these turnovers. And it's because you got guys like Michael Porter Jr. who just can't dribble, but love to dribble into traffic. Guys like, I love Russ, but he loves to dribble into traffic. A lot of the turnovers that you see, same thing with Jamal, dribbling into traffic. And then just unmistakably, it's like there's going to be at least 2-3 of them a game where you're just watching a guy. Same thing, Christian Braun, dribble into traffic, the ball's right around your waist. It's just very frustrating to watch. It's very frustrating. Rockets beat 4 50-win teams in the playoffs too. You see that happening? Jonathan Kidd, welcome to the party. I know you've been here. Jonathan Kidd's in the house. Jay Kidd's in the house. You play how you practice, and you practice how you play. That being said, Nuggets are getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs. And let's camp out here. And this is on the heels of a win that we're having this conversation. But I think it's instrumental, and I think it's worth having. If I don't feel like my squad has a shot at it, I'd rather see them building toward the future, right? And that would mean making a trade, offloading some salary. This is a team that can't do that this year. You know why they can't do that this year? Because Calvin Booth has painted our franchise into a financial corner where at least 2 of its contracts will never. I don't care what. I'll tell you why I love Jamal playing well, fishing, because hopefully he can play into that contract value. And then you can offload that dude before the mean average sets in, which is Jamal's here and he'll play here. He's a streaky player. We need to get that guy off. So yes, I want to see Jamal do well. I want Jamal to have great games. This was a great start. I don't think the Nuggets have a snowball's chance in hell of winning the NBA title this year. And this is coming from I am a fan, official, shameless, borderline fanatic. You've heard it. This is a team that will not, they don't have a shot at it. Watch how they played against the best. How is it going to get any better? There's no switch to be flipped with this team. And so that being said, it's like, okay, if you don't got a shot at it, I'd rather see not break it down, because I think fans deserve better than that. But to somebody's point earlier, the Avs saw which way it was going, and they rolled the dice on something that was going to either make them better or at least signify that they were willing to, Miko was I think you would have said he was a cog in the wheel. And, in the championship wheel, a part of the core, and they shook shit up. And I think it sent a message inside the locker room that if your name's not Nathan McKinnon, or my guy, Cale Makar, you too can find yourself on the outs. And having that power it's irreplaceable for a franchise. And the Nuggets don't have that power because Calvin Booth has spent this team, painted us into a corner with his contracts, and just giving money to guys based on unrealized potential. When they paid Michael Porter Jr., sure, might you have lost him? Okay, yeah, but you didn't have to. They didn't have to pay Jamal. Might you have lost him? Sure, yeah, but you know how many Jamal Murrays there are in the NBA right now? He's not a special player. He's a good scorer, but he's not a special player. Minimalist. Come on, man. Flattery will get you everywhere. Smack off Warren, legendary. Jim Rome, Larry Brown, crank in the face. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'll play that call one day. Trade Michaels, got a free pass for underachieving for years. Porter Jr. Yeah, but trade him for what? That's kind of the problem, Skunk Life, that I think we're all kind of the realization I think that all Nuggets fans have had, at least the ones who are sentient and paying attention, is you're not going to get a lot from Michael Porter Jr. at this stage in his career. The best that you can hope is that somebody's willing to take that salary off your hands and give you more than a box of basketballs, because he's such an inconsistent. It's all potential with MPJ. And I would rather them keep that than lose it, because I believe that Jamal is a finished work. If you're talking about one of their two bad contracts, of the two, one guy is what he is. Jamal is what he is. You can still see the upside with MPJ, but I don't know if we can wait on it. I don't know if anybody has time to wait on that. 5-point line, 8 feet out from the 3-point line. No foul outs, just a penalty box like the NHL. I love this idea. I do love this idea. I don't know if making guys shoot from further is what I want to see, but I do love some type of shakeup. I think really personally, I think it's more in how do you change the pipeline to the NBA? How do you cut off the floodgates of non-professionals? Make it more physical and give teams the ability to come back late in the game. Going to beat this DM right into the ground, right into A. Silver's door. Okay. I love it, Andon. Allegedly, Booth and Josh K went to MPJ and said, "Don't worry, we won't trade you." Wow. If that's happening, we are doomed, Nuggets fan. If that happened, we are doomed. And I hate to tell you guys this, but Joker is Todd Hilton. Thank God he was able to get one. If that's actually happening, if guys are, because that means that your front office is not thinking about this thing. Don't worry, we won't trade you. What reason would you have to tell a guy that? Because you like to hang out with him? You're the organization. No one's bigger than the program. That's crazy. If that's true, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, essentially he did. Now, granted, yes, it's at the behest of the ownership group, but he's the guy pulling the trigger. Except I would imagine Josh Kroenke has a lot, but that's that bullshit. That's that That's that bullshit. It's that small town, weird ass mentality bullshit where you'd rather be friends with these guys than be their boss and create a winner. That's what that sounds like. Don't worry, bro. Okay, we'll still be able to hang out and smoke weed. Don't worry, we won't trade you, bro. Okay, what the fuck are you talking about? To a guy with unrealized potential that can always be a piece for you. In the guy is Joker. That's it. There's one no tradable. There's one guy who is not expendable. Everyone else, when you have the best player in the world, is a piece in a puzzle of making sure you max out on his career. Because if you do, you win chips. That's that bullshit that drove me away the first time. Just a weird approach to being a professional organization. Tim Connelly gave MPJ the contract also. No, he did not. That's not true. Minimalist, is that true? No. Tim Connelly wasn't in the house when MPJ got his contract. I don't believe that's true. Nuggets got lucky with a transcendental player. They did. But when you get lucky, blind squirrel finds a nut. You still got to know what to do with it. I know we're a small market, but extending especially Jamal did not make sense. I really think Nikola will attract a few major pieces. Of course, who would not want to play with this guy now? This isn't the Carmelo Anthony situation. This is everybody being able to look and being like, that's a guy who, like, he's the best player in the world and he loves to get other guys involved. You know how much I would score playing with Nikola Jokic? Like, think about the type of guys that would. The other day I was having this wild fantasy where I was like, damn, if Golden State has to just break it down and they're just like, we know you wanted to finish your career here, but we have to do the unthinkable and trade you so we can be good for the future. I was like, could you imagine Nikola Jokic and Steph Curry on the same squad? Get the fuck out of here. I feel bad that MPJ went through so much personal family issues. It sucks and it's obviously taking a toll, but this is a business, period. And he needs to perform. Get bounced to tell your story walking. I'm just saying, man, I get it. He's been through a lot. The brothers, I know the whole thing. This is still a business. I don't even want to. Title run definitely looking like a glitch in the matrix over the actual thing that could be sustained. Yeah, it's looking like the exception and not the rule, which is ridiculous because we're not talking about Dirk Nowitzki with Joker. You could see a blind squirrel finds a nut. And actually, that Dallas team was really good. And Dirk Nowitzki I think he's NBA top 75, and deservedly so. Dirk Nowitzki and Joker aren't even in the same stratosphere when it comes to player profile. One is arguably the greatest guy to ever, one of the greatest players ever. If not, you can put him in the conversation almost right now of greatest basketball player ever, but he'll never reach that pinnacle. And you and I both know why. It'll be because of rings. He'll be a stat. They'll call it stat padding. They'll call it all these other things. If he starts putting on chips, though, just 3, he'd be in the conversation. And it just sucks. Jokic is too proud of himself to become Todd Helton. HR will look around and say, F it, back to Serbia I go. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. The only time it feels like Jokic had any real help was when Jamal went nuclear in the playoffs. Yeah, and they run that 2-man game, and that thing is really did Tim Connelly do that? Did Tim Connelly do that? Wow. I could have swore that was a Calvin Booth thing, but I trust you. The only time it feels like Jokic had any real help, Jamal went nuclear in the playoffs. Asked Tim Connelly about MPJ's contract. Hindsight is 2020. Said they've historically been a team that rewards guys early and felt his health was at a place worth, oh God, on his way out the door. He must have done that on his way out the door. Holy fuck. Rewards hopes, not results. That's exactly what that sounds like. Jesus. And this is in the wake of a win. It just was, to me, is there such thing as a bad win? This was a bad win. I do have a Twitter handle. I'm going to put it in here right now. Now, I'm just letting you guys know right now, for those going on my Twitter, I talk about all kinds of things on my Twitter. So if you're not a political person, don't follow me. GNT _ fast _ lane. There it is right there. The team you're looking the term you're looking for is a lack of urgency. The West is tough. Time to stop dicking around. That's right, PCL media. This is just a team that is, it's a roll of the dice what you're going to get night to night. But the one thing that's never coming up on that dice is defensive effort. I think that has been kind of established. They're just not going to take that into the basketball court seriously. And so hopefully they can outscore everybody. Okay. All right, let me give out luxurious cipher sounds that man Samusa feel we. Hold on a minute. Let's get my guys in here. I'm going to get out of here. I'm quite sure that somewhere on these waves, Dan Tanner has already started his thing, and that's all right. Not that one. Yeah, this one. Okay. Where are my guys at? We've had a great show tonight. Daniel Miller. Finkelstein. Fishing. Dad Solo. Who else we got? Skunk Life Media. RJ Bush. Fishing for cards. Let me get it right. Ray Montez. Daniel Flores. Minimalist Monk. My man Mail. Jonathan Kidd, Jason Kidd's brother. Ray Montez. Joe Mito 83. Rajiv. Phil McReevis, I missed you, but welcome to the party, pal. Did I get you in here, Skunk Life Media? Conga Hydra. My guy, Andon G. Minimalist Monk. B Cooks in the building. PCL Media 360. Oh man, we had a gang of y'all in the hood tonight. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey man, I tell you guys this all the time. Y'all saw that we had another downed aircraft or something. It didn't look like no plane. We had another downed aircraft in Philadelphia, in the Illadelph. And this is all I'm gonna say. We are living in interesting times, ladies and gentlemen. And I trust that the thing that we're doing here is bigger than sports, because we're going to need each other in the days to come. I promise you that. We're going to need to be able to build and share information. Sometimes we might not always agree on shit. But what we're going to do is we're going to continue to be a league of extraordinary ladies and gentlemen. We will be the change that we want to see in this world. Make sure every day, hold somebody that's close to you, hold them close. Make sure that you tell them that you love them, because you never know when the next might be the last. You never know when the next might be the last. And I say that in all seriousness. So I cannot tell you guys enough how much I appreciate your participation. When you guys come in here, you bring your knowledge, you bring the funny, you talk that shit. I love it. I just love it. I quite honestly, I love it. Hold on, did I get some guys in here? Remember when the Nuggets drafted Rayful Friends instead of Vince Carter? Yeah, I do remember that. This is the type of shit that we're talking about. Everybody remembers that shit. Kansas player. Paul Pierce should have been what they got. Exactly, Condra. Oh, man. Let me tell you something. This our block. I'll promise you that. All right, gentlemen and ladies and lurkers. I appreciate you. Until the next time we're able to be together. Keep it light. Keep it tight. Keep it right. I guess this is where I say good night. Good night.